Hello all, it's the Bookworm, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, please click the subscribe button to keep updated with our content and more audiobooks to follow. Today, we will be listening to the Tales of Deltora. I do hope you enjoy. Long ago, on a beautiful island set in a silver sea, there lived four sisters whose voices were as sweet as their hearts were pure. Their names were Flora, Viva, Aqua, and Terra, and they had lived on the island so long they had forgotten the number of years. The sisters loved to sing together, and their voices flew over the island like soft warm breezes by night and by day. Now and then a ship passed by, but to most of the sailors the sisters' song were like a whispering leaf, lapping water, drifting sand, and the soft secret rustling of small animals in the grass. The few who claimed to hear sweet voices were mocked by their fellows, but they knew what they had heard, and they never forgot until their dying day. It had so happened that a sorcerer came to that island searching for a place to call his own. He heard the singing and hated it, as he hated all things good and beautiful, for although he was still young in his years, he was old in his wickedness. He seized the four sisters and imprisoned each of them in separate corners of the island. But the sisters still sang to one another from afar, and their song continued to bathe the island in peaceful and beauty by night and by day. Maddened with rage, the sorcerer drew his cloak of shadows around him and took up his magic staff. He stormed to each of the island's quarters in turn and struck the sisters down one by one. First Flora's voice ceased, then Vivia, then Aqua's. For a time Terra sang alone, but when her voice too was stopped, the island went silent, and only then did the sorcerer realize what he had done, for in the very center of the island, hidden deep within the earth, was a vile and hideous beast soothed by the singing of the four sisters. The beast had slept for centuries, but now it awoke. In all its fury it rose roaring from its bed beneath the earth. It tore down the trees and crushed the small beasts, fouled the spring and smashed the mountains. It cracked the very rock on which the island rested, and the island began to sink. In terror the sorcerer leaped into the silver sea. He conjured up a boat with a grey staff sail, marked with red, and sailed away to the east to find new lands to conquer. The waves closed over the island, and it had never been seen by human eyes from that day to this, and few of the sailors who passed that way still claim to hear sweet voices singing beneath the water. They are mocked by their fellows who hear only the sound of wind and waves, but the few know what they heard, and they never forget until their dying day.